And we're back. Welcome back to another episode, guys. We are just about to speak to Prince Bokka about a random corn and play that seems very suspicious. We think it might be a trap, but we're going to go watch it with Prince Bokka and try and convince him that Varesh is bad as we do so. So yeah, enjoy. Let's see what he's got to say about this corn and play, right? And here's his right-hand man, Goran, who we met before. The boss says to stand here and guard. I better not move or he'll get angry. God. I'd love it if people were actually just laying around on these. That'd be so cool, wouldn't it? Kind of reminds me of when I went to Morocco. Anyway, Prince Bokka the Magnificent. Makun is the highlight of Vabi, is it not? Those wealthy enough to pay for the privilege may spend their lives here enjoying theatre, food, and all the pleasures of life, without a care in the world. All's well that ends well. We will be safe under Varesh's guard. For the amount of platinum that this venerable fellow paid me for the private use of my amphitheatre, I could use some extra protection. Too bad the Astani drained their coffers on that fool's errand of an attack. Anyone with two eyes could see that that was bound to fail. Enough talk of business. Come, let's make haste to my amphitheatre. You are just in time to witness a very special advanced performance. Introduce yourself to Vaughn. Okay, Bokka. Just know that the Cornins might be trying to attack you. This could be a trap. They're invading Valley for a reason, whether you believe it or not. Okay. So yeah, now we just go straight on through. Jesus, so many people talking. Not even going to try, guys. If you want to read it, pause the video. Jesus. I would have delivered that line with more feeling, more volume. Okay. What does the theatre manager say? Ah, don't interrupt me. I've got way too much going on right now to talk to you. Thanks. Okay, so here's the amphitheatre. Very nice place. What are we doing? So there's a shrine over here. To Lissa again, what a surprise. Let's go on down. Now this bit, there's a lot of dialogue, guys. I do apologise if I don't read it out well, because like they're actually going to be doing a play, so I will try to act the voices, kind of. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so who is here? We've got Prince Bokka again. There's nothing like a little theatre performance to whet the appetite. We've got a man dressed up as a dwarf, okay, called Arnold the Exact. He says, yes, I think we can find room for you on the stage. You know how to follow directions, I hope. Just make sure you don't stand in the wrong place and you'll do fine. A good director always needs a clear shot of his actors and actresses. Don't get in the way. So now there's a man named Merkel the Muscular. And you guys might recognise him if you've played or watched my Prophecy series. He's dressed up as King Adelburn. He says, Merkel greet you. Merkel be skill doctor. Merkel looking for knife. You seen? Merkel misplaced. And he's a retard. And this woman here, Freya the Firm, who's dressed up as a char. She says, hi, my name is, like, Freya, and, like, I'm totally a, like, talented, what's the word? Actress. Yeah, actress. Totally talented. World famous, even. Okay. And she's very ditzy. And lastly, we've got Vaughn himself, who's dressed up as Prince Rurik. Oh no, not lastly, sorry. We've also got a man named Stephen the Sonorous. Stefan turned to greet the newcomers, welcoming them to the world of performance arts and expounding upon the glories of the day. But who are these strangers, and from whence do they come? Okay, guys, I'm going to talk to him. I hope you enjoy the play. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so here we go. All's well that ends well. What is the story about? Well, I didn't want to write something about a hero overcoming any odds or succeeding in the end. I guess you could say it's a traditional tragedy of epic proportions. It will take your breath away if when you get to the end. Okay, so he says, our story begins in the far-off land of Tyria in the grand city of Ascalon many years ago. We find our hero desperately scouring the countryside in search of a gift to give his beautiful fiancée. But not all was well in the land of Ascalon. Evil had turned its eye to Tyria and now sought to sow dissent. A sequence of events was set in motion that would lead to the fall of this great metropolis. Events most dire had struck Ascalon and left it reeling, but the prince knew what he must do and he was not afraid. Let's cross the mountains and go to Kryta. They don't have Char there. Freya the Firm says, like, roar! And Vaughn the Venerable said, have at ye, scoundrel. So she said, like, ouch. They're not even doing the acts. Jesus. Yeah, this is a terrible play, guys. He says, quickly, my fellow Ascalonians, we must depart while we still have our legs. And Merkel says, my son, Merkel displeased. You no longer Prince of Ascalon. You no longer Merkel's son. As a boy, I spent much time in these lands. Look at them now. Just look at them. So, as a boy, I spent much time in these lands is a very famous quote of Prince Rurik. Bokka says, how predictable. Yes, very predictable, especially since we already know this story. So, striking off in search of his destiny and a new home for his people, the prince travelled across the Shiver Peak Mountains and headed towards Kryta. The journey was difficult, long and somewhat boring, but they persevered until the stone summit will not yield the frost gate quietly. Your punishment for trespassing is death. Death, I say! Vaughn forgot his line. To which he is told, it's, you cannot save me. Oh, what a bad play. You can't forget your lines in a play? This is terrible. And so the prince valiantly laid down his life for his people. So there you go. That's the story of Prince Rurik dying for his people. I don't remember that being in my copy of the script. Stop improvising, you troll. That's how it went, though. Bokka says this play is utter tripe. And I'm going to put up Avatar of Balthazar. No real reason. Just fancy doing it. Vaughn says, Arnold, time for plan B. Oh god, what's your plan B? Merkel like plan B. Merkel like smash, smash. Okay, so now they're gonna attack us. And then the valiant Cornan smote the Astani interlopers with a righteous fury. So there you go. Wait, what? Yeah, Bokka, it was a trap. That we saw coming. Okay. So this was just a ruse to attack us. And Arnold finally speaks. Oh no, he was the Stone Summit, wasn't he? He says, this is my favourite part. So they're going to attack us. Bokka says, oh dear. And he's over there. Watch him, guys. Watch Bokka. Watch him. Watch him. Oh, I thought he was going to run off, but I'm getting my quest confused. There's another quest when you're here and he runs off. Sorry, my bad. Okay. So we protect him. And kill the Cornans, who are just complete pushovers now that we've got such a big team. He says, oh my, this is not good. Not good at all. Varish must have changed her mind. I must hurry to safety in Adashim. I'm quite sorry about this. I must leave right away. Please speak with Royal Finance Minister Oluja for a refund. Okay, guys, remember what he just said. I must hurry to safety in Adashim. Okay? Because we're not going to be seeing this man for a long time. Just remember where he said he was going. Alright, Bokka, are you actually going to run away, or do we just have to zone away? Yeah, he's not going to run. Okay. Yeah, so that's that quest done. Let's go back to the Honur Hill, get a refund for such a terrible play. God. Okay, where is the finance minister? Oh, sorry, he's behind me. Oluja, I want a damn refund. That was awful. We got attacked and the play itself wasn't even that good. He says, how embarrassing. The esteemed Prince Bokka sends his apologies. He has since made haste to safer grounds, but left this with me to give to you. So that's our refund, I suppose. And now we get the next quest. When an obscure Cornan playwright books a private performance at the posh Bokka Amphitheatre for the premiere of a questionable work, you know something is amiss. I didn't want to complain because he paid us a heaping sum, and with Varesh sending her protection forces in, we didn't think anything of it. I would warn Kahani at the Mirror of Liss immediately. Her party is defenceless. So, these quests I actually think are quite weak, because we had a very clear goal, right, when we got to Vabi, and then that kind of went away, and now we don't really know what's going on. They're not very clear about this, but let me just explain. The Cornans have, as far as I can see, launched attacks on all of the different princes, and I believe Kahani is supposed to be involved with them, so we think that Kahani's going to be attacked now. So let's make haste. I don't think it's very clear on that, but that is what's happening. So I guess the idea is we saw Bokka was going to be attacked, and now we're like, oh my god, everybody's going to be attacked. So we go back to the Grand Court. This is why it was always good to unlock this outpost early. Go on through. Nobody will attack this sacred place to Lissa. And Kahani's where we saw her last time. And she says, help us, they came out of nowhere. What are these creatures, says the priest. Lissa, protect us. In Lissa's name, save us. It's okay, priests. It's cool, don't worry. We'll save you. And here you can see a whole group of Marganites. One of them, Overseer Jantuk, says, in Abaddon's name, this realm will fall. Kahani says, I don't think so, demon. Our faith is stronger than your blade. Such faith will end with your life. I am sorry, I hate reading out the dialogue after it's already gone up. It must be so annoying for you guys to have to read out the chat box. But there's really not much I can do because they expect you to read it, not say it out loud. Sort of the pacing of it's all wrong, really, for a Let's Play, I guess. There we go. But you can see how big Overseer Jartuk is. He's down, though. He's down. Watch him fall. Boom. He's out there. So, a whole group of Marganites. Wasn't too bad. Again, this is one of those things when the game first came out and people weren't ridiculously overpowered. You know, there would have been a little bit more of a challenge. A little bit scary to see so many Marganites. But yeah, so there are quite a lot of Marganites now. Where did Kahani go? Warn Kahani of Varesh's forces. Where is she? Oh, she ran up here to safety. Good. I didn't want you to die. Well done. So she says, thanks for the assistance. The fact that it was a trap wasn't surprising. Bokka had the wool pulled over his eyes. I'll bet that Morgan wasn't in charge of that attack. Talk to head priest Vahami. He'll tell you how to proceed next. Now, Kahani's saying this about Morgan because obviously Morgan's a very devout priest of Lissa, and those Marganites were kind of attacking Lissen's priests and this big holy Lissen temple. So yeah, I kind of agree with that, even though the guy is a dick. Let's go into the Grand Court. And what have we got? I can't see our answers. Oh, okay, so we speak to the head priest, the Harmony, or whatever his name is. He says, I highly doubt... Oh, he also doubts Morgan was involved in the attack on the temple. It would seem that Lissa has yet another lesson to teach us. This one, I fear, may be my final. These twisted humans are known as Marganites. The oldest were part of Abaddon's initial battle with the gods, whereas the youngest are twisted and blessed through Varesh's dark rituals. Some of us in Vabi aren't as blind as our leaders. We must prepare. Oh, thank God, people actually understand something's happening. They're about to be attacked, can't they see? One thing I want to mention is he does say that some of the Marganites we're seeing are from over 1,000 years ago, way back when the exodus of the gods was and so on. And we will be learning about one particular Marganite later, a man named Jadoth, who's pretty badass. Anyway, so there we go, we accept that reward. I want to know what his assistant says. He says, the sun shines without light and the ground's as cold as ice. Varesh's demons suck the life out of our world. I pray to Balthazar that someone can stop her. That someone is us, guys. That someone is us. Anyway, as they did during Palawa Joko's reign, the princes have fled to the hidden city of Adashim. This time, however, Varesh will merely storm the vault and slaughter them. Someone must free them before it is too late. Few people know its location, and even fewer know how to gain access through the secret entrance. Without a prince or one of their personal guards, it would take a greedy thief with time and motivation to breach it. That corsair friend of yours should be of some use. Take her with you and search the halls of Choklin for clues to the whereabouts of the hidden city. Right, what I want to mention here, so this is where Bokka fled to. The Prince Metu the Wise also fled here. But the last prince, and they don't tell you this, way back when we chose between Margarid and the Master of Whispers, if we chose the Master of Whispers, we would be doing a different quest right now. Basically, Metu the Wise and Bokka have both gone to the hidden city. But Amtu, the military man at his citadel over here in the wilderness, he at this point has actually decided, no, I'm not going to hide, I'm going to face Varesh's demons, I'm going to take on the attack. So Varesh right now is going to send a massive assault to this citadel and try and beat him. And basically, if we had the Master of Whispers, we'd be doing a big mission to protect the citadel, while another group of people went off to get the other princes. So, but they don't tell you about that, sadly. So when I first played the game, I had no idea that plot was even going on until I played it for a second time and made different decisions. Anyway, yeah, we will see that at the end of the Let's Play, but just so that you know what's going on. Right, where are we going? Search the halls of Choklin with Margrid. So the halls of Choklin are up here. This is the big awesome library I was talking about before, that we're going to go see. There is another outpost on the way. As I said before, every single explorable area in all of Nightfall has got an outpost next to it, which is pretty great. Wait, did I just call that the hold? Sorry, I meant the holdings. Anyway, say goodbye to the Seblica for a while, because we won't be coming back here. Not for a bit, at least. I really like these next quests we're doing. The next mission is when we get to the hidden city. And I've said it before, I really like, in Guild Wars 2, obviously you've got the Derman Priory, and if you join that order, you do sort of lots of Indiana Jones type quests, where you raid tombs and stuff. And this mission is what I'm hoping those are going to be like in Guild Wars 2, because it is a really cool mission. It's one of my favourites in the game, actually. And we're going to be learning a lot more about the Jinn when we get there, actually. Because the hidden city is like protected by Jinn. But I'll tell you more about that soon enough. I think these are new enemies as well, aren't they? These are Mo Kellys. I don't think we've seen these before. They're all dead now, but there you go. We'll see more of those as we go through Vabi. The north west of Vabi, sort of around here, you see these kind of green areas. These are all big mines on the border of the desolation. You see a lot of those around there. At least if I remember correctly, you do. No, I don't want to fight the beetles. I'm running past them. Everyone else can do it. Oh yeah, and we got a key earlier, didn't we? We got this Vabi key, so let's use it on the chest. I love the way the Vabi chests look. Anyway, what have we got? We got a jeweled chalice. Nice. Right, guys. I think I'm going to end this episode here at the Mihanu Township. This is the outpost between the two areas. Again, this is a township. It's a little bit like Honur Hill, really, isn't it? A very slummy kind of area. It's got Vabi kind of reminds me a little bit of Brazil in that you've got kind of these really amazing, awesome, rich, wealthy places, and then kind of the places in between where it's just poverty. But yeah, we'll talk about this next episode. I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. These primary quests aren't exactly my favourite because like the plot just feels like it's very loosely held together here. But now we're on track. We've got to get the princes, so we'll see that next episode. This hidden city, the entrance to the hidden city is really, really awesome. You might have seen a Jinn when we were out in the Mirror of Bliss near a big cliff. That's got something to do with the hidden city. It's got a really awesome entrance. Anyway, I'll stop blabbing now. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the episode. See you next time.